Yes, hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk bringing to us this Monday broadcast, or let's say Monday morning broadcast, being the 19th day of the month of December in the year 2022. We are going straight into the real business of this day. We don't want to take much of your time, neither do I want to take my own time because time is money. If you have not subscribed to this channel or any other channel that is related to Okute Daily Talk, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Turn on the notification button so that you will be notified each time we go live or we post something new on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Please listen attentively. Just give me your listening ear. You will have enough to be happy with it today or to be angry with it, because I have a lot on my desk here. So let us move straight into the business of the day. Ipob's reign of terror in Southeast, according to them. The story of Ipob has been on the lips of Southeasterners for a while now, from regular sit-at-home and the rest of them. The story of Ipob has been on the lips of every Easterners for a while now. I repeat it again. From the regular sit-at-home that has crippled commercial activities in some southeastern states, wanton killings and loss of lives and properties have been alarming in the eastern part of the country. The question is Ipob taking over the east? Yes, eastern is Ipob state and also Biafran state. So we don't know it. Just grab that wisdom now and know it before it is too late for you. In this episode of Nigeria Daily, we look what is really happening in southeastern Nigeria. What do you want to know? Anything you want to know, just go straight and asked, and you will be cleared for. So don't just stop somewhere and making some kind of allegations that is baseless. From my own point of view, I am left with a wound that will never heal. Wife of mechanic killed by Ipob. Ipob is not a killer, so I don't know who is attributing or making all these allegations on the Ipob nationwide or in the eastern part of the country. We never kill and we can never kill for anything. Well, let's see what happens. Let Awuwa Abdullah Salami, along 8 others, was an unfortunate victim of an attack by suspected indigenous people of Biafra Ipob. He worked as a mechanic. You suspect they are Ipob, but they are not. I don't know where you got your evidence from, saying that any attack that happened on anyone on the eastern side of the country is Ipob or Biafrans. Please make sure you get the real evidence before you can point any accusing finger to Ipob. Ipob is known by love, kindness. That is why you see anywhere we go, we don't make troubles. We develop wherever you find ourselves. Igbo man or Ipob man or Biafra man is the only person that any place he go, he can never leave that place the same way he made it. In terms of friendship, in terms of civilization, in terms of infrastructure, the Ipob, the Biafrans, or the Igbo man, as you may so call us, we are the only one that can go anywhere and build houses there. Even if we are going, we can leave that house there and go to our own land. Yes, that is Biafrans for you. So attaching Biafran with anything that got to do with violence is what is unacceptable. Not now and not ever. The formation of Ipob is based on love, understanding, unity, and peace. That is why the Ipob keep crying day in, day out, keep shouting, keep lamenting, keep demanding for their rights in the Nigerian nation, because we have been deprived of what rightfully belongs to us. That is what brought in this agitation in the first place. The so-called what will I call them? Our paymaster, those ones who said they bring us independence, or who said they colonize us, are the ones that made this mistake. They have already formed Nigeria as a business center. That is why they refuse to separate the country in the initial stage. How can you bring three countries and merge them together and said by force they must stay together? It is never done and can never do. So the amalgamation of 1914 is a fraud in Nigerian history and also in Biafran history. So everybody that is reading the history of Nigeria should get that behind the back of their head. That the formation of Nigeria is a business center, and that is why they keep on making everything humanly possible to choose the leaders who will continue with that line of business that they want Nigerians to be. I was listening to one of programs on Brekete Family, the Human Rights TV, and the rest of them, and I saw the amount of crude oil that was under 3 years between 2011 to 2014 under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. The crude oil that we left, you find out that now all these people that are telling you that Nigeria don't have money, one Nigeria is bastard rich. Let me use that word. Nigeria is bastard rich. And all these countries, China, US, all the rest of them, if Nigeria have ever produced a better leader that handles the resource we have in this country, I can tell you that no any country will even be borrowing money to countries whereby 100 and something million barrels of oil illegally left Nigeria to US. According to the speaker, he said 51 countries was on the list of the investigation. The list of them have over 22 million barrels of oil illegally being transported to there by our cabals. That is Cameroon here. Other countries, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, Germany, UK, Canada, Netherlands, and many more. All of them have been a bunk for the oil being stolen from our own. There's all this illegal bunkering and all these pipelines, discovery of pipelines by so-called Tompolo. That is how they have been making this country dry, because all this wars, and they are being helped by United Nations police or whatever, or customs. That is why you see the United Nations have never said anything concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, because all of them knows what they are doing, and they know that if they intervene in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, that will bring in the Biafra, all this nonsense will stop. That is why they keep silent. So you think that the Human Rights Working Committee of the United States, they come out and say, Buhari should leave or Malami should free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 6 months, and all of them go back to their sleep, to their homes, because the crisis in Nigeria is to their advantage right from onset. Okay, Goodluck Jonathan said he want to investigate his own government. He's not even going to investigate the past government of his predecessor, which is Olusegun Obasanjo. That he want to investigate his own. Just under 3 years, this is what discovered. You will marvel that this country, that is the Westerners have swindled this country. Every other country, even Russia now, is interested in Nigeria, not because they want peace in Nigeria, not because they are so much love Nigeria, but simply because Nigeria have been formed as an ATM, as a milk industry for the Westerners to develop their nations. They know all these things. Even if their cabals is the one that is doing this deal, but at the end of the day, you find out that their government is aware of it, and the government is not doing anything to salvage that or stop it. Rather, they welcome it into their own country. So when you are an accomplice to a crime, you are also guilty of that same offense. So let us tell ourselves the truth. I heard the speaker said, the country is not the one that is doing this, but the country is aware such a thing is happening. The country is aware that all these things are coming into their country illegally, and they adopt it because it will also contribute at least some quota to the development of their economy. And they keep silent. And you tell me they are not accomplished. They are 100% accomplished. And that is the main reason why the crises that have been happening in Nigeria, they dare not say anything. Rather, they will keep on even praising our so-called presidents, who have been keeping the rights of the poor far from them. Look at Attorney General of the Federation, who denied of not having anything to do with the Nigerian 109 billion naira, is now 30 billion have been recovered from him. They look at the saga, the brouhaha, and the shenanigans of the CBN governor, Emefiele. And look at what is happening. If they tell you how much that guy have, if they tell you that the Nigeria country have nothing close to the money that Emefiele have, you will shake your head. That this man is rich in trillions. That if this man legally come out to contest for the world richest, my dear, this man he will win. But he hide under the CBN and be perpetrating all his heinous acts, all the crimes under CBN. Somebody who have mind to come out say he want to contest for Nigerian president. Tell me what give him that cause. Just on how much is his salary in the CBN? Let us tell ourselves the truth. This one is not based on an assumption on it. How much is Emefiele's salary being the CBN governor? What give him that mind? What give him that audacity? What give him that? I mean that boldness to come and say he want to contest with the likes of Jagaban, Atiku, and the rest of them. CBN governor. You don't know that what this man have camped, and everybody was out there shouting, "Nigeria is gone." Let's proceed with our news. Late Awowal Abdulsalami, alongside 8 others, was an unfortunate victim of an attack by suspected indigenous people of Biafra. Suspected. He's not proven guilty. He stands as innocent until proven guilty. He worked as a mechanic in Imo State and met his death as he was repairing a 40 truck in Omona community in Okigwe, local government area of Imo State. In this interview, the wife of the deceased, Fatima Munia, speaks to the Daily Trust Saturday on how she received the news of her husband's death. Your husband was out there looking for a means to fend for the family. How did you feel when you heard he was killed by terrorists in Imo State? This is a kind of interview. So you just keep on listening. You find out whether this thing is being perpetrated by our Ipob, the one we know, or another Ipob, because we have only one Ipob. Unless the fake Ipob, the ones who claim to be whatever they are not. Unless they are the one that perpetrated the act. But as long as I know, the Ipob that is headed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never ever do such a thing. Honestly, when the news came, I felt bad. I wasn't myself. I didn't expect it because I spoke to him in the morning of that Friday. He was killed. This is a man that used to do everything for me. Whatever I asked for, he provided. Today we woke up without him. Why wouldn't I feel bad? I know the death of my husband is a test by the Almighty Allah, and he is the only one who knows why the death came at this point in time. Another question goes to her. How did you react to the news of your husband's death, considering that you spoke to him hours before his death? On Friday afternoon, I had his elder brother receiving a call. The call signaled that all was not well with my husband. My heart started beating as my husband's name kept being mentioned during the call. Everyone around was crying. I asked them the reason behind the tears, and I was told that my husband was not feeling fine. But the nature of the wailing was a clear indication that my husband was no more, because people can't be crying just because someone was not feeling fine. I asked them for the second time to tell me the truth about what has happened to him, but they all refused. Everyone was telling me to be patient and submit everything to Allah. I asked them for the third time and said that I am a Muslim and believe in destiny. As this was going on, a woman among those crying told me that my husband was no longer with us. When was your last discussion with him before he died? On that Friday, he was killed. He called me in the morning and asked if I had visited the hospital for checkup because I am 7 months pregnant. So he called to know the state of my health. I told him I had gone to see the doctor, who said my blood pressure was still low and not normal. I told him that the doctor said I should go, come back in December ending to evaluate the state of the pregnancy. Afterwards, he asked me to give the phone to his daughter to speak to her, and I gave her the phone. I could remember she told him that she lost her school shoe and he promised to buy a new one for her. She prayed for him to get money so he could buy other things for her. I later collected the phone and we said our goodbyes, only for me to hear hours later that he was murdered while trying to repair a faulty truck. What leads to the murder is yet to be ascertained. You were both married for 5 years. What was it like during this period? We lived an interesting life. We lived a happy life. We were happy with each other at all times. We had a good understanding throughout the period of our stay. He cared for me. He always wanted me to be happy. Assuming the suspected killers of your husband are to be arrested, what would you like to happen to them? I want the law to take its course. I want them to be treated the way they treated my husband. I will never wish them well. They have made me a widow at an early age. My daughter has just become fatherless. The baby in my womb will not know his father, and my husband will not know what I'm going to give birth to. This is very, very painful. I feel your pains, my dear, but do not raise accusing finger on Ipob, because I know that Ipob have nothing to do with anyone's death. I am not supporting the people who kill your husband, but Ipob can never perpetrate such acts. You said when your husband was alive, he would always make efforts to make the family happy. What would you remember him for? I live to remember my husband forever. I already miss him. Only God knows how much I have lost from his death. I am left with a wound that will never heal. The incident can't be wiped away from my memory. I will definitely linger. Whatever I requested from him, he will provide within the limits of his capacity. I definitely lost an irreplaceable partner. There are a lot of things he told me. If I tell you some can't be told. He made lots of promises to me and his daughter. He would pay school fees of his daughter when it was time to pay. Can this just go overnight? No, never, cannot. My husband was innocent. I wish him an eternal life. I pray Allah to forgive him and have a comfortable sleep in his grave. May paradise be his final abode, according to the late Awa's Absalami wife. So that is all you need to know about this case. And I want us, the Biafrans, to go deep into the investigation of this very matter, because it just happened, and pointing an accusing finger to an Ipob organization and the rest of us, it's really unacceptable. And I know that Ipob can never perpetrate such an act. 2023, Northern Elders spokesman gives conditions to support Peter Obi. The National Director of Publicity of the Northern Elders Forum, Hakim Baba Ahmed, has given a condition to support the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, in 2023. The National Director said he would only support Obi if he is the best candidate in the 2023 election. The NEF spokesperson stated this while speaking with Channels Television. According to Baba Ahmed, I can only root for Obi and my younger brother Tati if they are the best candidates. You know, I'm working on a project with the Northern Elders Forum, which gives all candidates a level playing ground. Baba Ahmed so stressed that a lot of Nigerians might be disfranchised due to the insecurity. He noted that insecurity might prevent the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from deploying materials for the election coming 2023. There is a huge problem that must be tackled decisively. If you look at the southeast, Ipob or non-government, whatever, are targeting people and movements freely. People are being prevented from voting because some people are burning INEC facilities, he added. So that is all you need to know about how the speaker of the Elders Forum, Northern Elders Forum, gives condition to support His Excellency Governor Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State. Atiku meets ex-Kogi Governor Idris, others over PDP crisis. The presidential candidate of All Progressive of People's Democratic Party, I am beginning to sound like these people. Gaps all the time. I don't know whether they have spit into my mouth. I beg you wanna forgive me. The presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has met with the former governor of Kogi State, Ibrahim Idris, and other party stakeholders in the North Central State. In a tweet via his Twitter page on Sunday night, the former vice president stated that the essence of the meeting was to resolve internal differences in Kogi chapter of the party and find ways to unite and recover Nigeria. Atiku added that he encouraged former Governor Idris to lead the initiative to reconcile the stakeholders to ensure a united front for electoral success, saying that the party can win the 2023 elections united and stronger. According to the flag bearer, PDP, all party members have a role to play in PDP's quest to win the 2023 presidential election and other polls. He wrote earlier today on his page, I met the official PDP NG Kogi stakeholders. The essence of my meeting was to resolve internal differences and find ways to unite to recover Nigeria. So you can tweet. I saw even tweeted congratulating Messi, but you deleted your tweet concerning the death of Deborah Samuel. Can't you see that you are not telling yourself the truth? Was it Adamawa? So you can tweet. You can even tweet concerning the party's problem. You can even tweet. And this one now is you approve it, and you also approve the congratulation of Messi. But somebody who was murdered on a broad daylight and burned to ashes, burned beyond recognition, you said that you did not approve the tweet. That is why you deleted it. And this is how you are going to rule Nigeria. May God never allow Atiku autonomy to happen to Nigerians coming 2023. That is my prayer. And I will maintain this prayer each morning, afternoon, and every night. Because these people have not anything to do with Nigerians or whatsoever. It is only P2B I have not met. Yeti Allah speaks on endorsing presidential candidates of Labour Party. The leadership of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Magben, says, contrary to the beliefs in some quarters, it is yet to endorse any candidate for the 2023 presidential election in the country. The group, however, said it has made its mind and demands known to the major candidates and is awaiting feedback. Speaking on behalf of the group, Miyetti Allah President Baba Othman Nagazima, they would, however, said they will reveal the candidate to support before the February 2023 election. According to him, the group have already met and presented its 7-point agenda to the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, People's Democratic Party PDP, Atiku Abubakar, and the New Nigerian Party, People's Party NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso. He added that Miyetti Allah has not met with the Labour Party candidate P2B personally, but has reached him through a contact. Nagazima made the disclosure while speaking with newsmen in Abuja on Saturday. He said, my administration would operate under the core agenda. Core means consultations, orientations, reintegration, and empowerment. As part of the consultation, I met some presidential candidates. I have presented our demands to Bola Tinubu, APC, at the town hall meeting in Minna, Niger State. I have met with Atiku Abubakar, PDP, Kwankwaso, NNPP personally and discussed with them. It is only P2B of the Labour Party I have not met. I hope to meet him soon, but our demands have been submitted. Let me make it clear, we have not endorsed any candidate. We will do so in February before the election commences. This will be after we have analyzed their plans and got their response to all our requests. Then he says, we are waiting. The Magben president stressed that the group has presented a 7-point agenda to the major presidential candidates and would unveil a preferred presidential candidate after due consultations. 7-point agenda. So you have quite done giving the 7-point agenda to ones we will support. Can your vote make these people presidency? I don't understand. Anyway, let's proceed, my people. I have presented them with our 7-point agenda demand. So we are now waiting to hear from them and see how our demands are addressed in their manifestos before we can decide on what we think is good for us. We have not yet endorsed any candidates. We are still consulting. We have presented them with certain demands and now waiting for their answers, he said. So let us proceed with the other thing we have in our hand. APC Campaign Council raises in defense of Yahaya Bello's over alleged lukewarm attitude to Tinubu's campaign. The Presidential Campaign Council of the All Progressive Congress APC has come out to defend the Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello over his alleged lukewarm attitude to campaigning for the party's flag bearer Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okute News report that some aggrieved loyalists of Tinubu have alleged that Bello, who is the National Youth Coordinator of the PCC, has not justified his inclusion in the campaign council. The allegation follows his absence from campaign events of the APC flag bearer since he was appointed as youth coordinator in September. My question is here, is Yahaya Bello a youth? The answer is no. Let us proceed. This platform, he said, okay, this platform gathered that one of such aggrieved APC loyalists who pleaded anonymity told Punch, we understand that he was appointed as National Youth Coordinator to help galvanize support for Tinubu in Kogi and other states in the North Central region. But we have been seeing, we have been seeing from him so far. What we have been seeing from him so far is unimpressive. He only goes about calling himself White Lion, but not participating in all the rallies. Even that young Seyi Tinubu has done more than him in terms of the youth mobilization in the last 2 months. He just not justify his inclusion in the Presidential Campaign Council at all. Okay, let me tell you the truth. Let me just break your bubble. Yahaya Bello did not support Tinubu's candidacy. Let us be sincere and realistic to ourselves. You cannot be force somebody. You force him to receive the office to be a youth leader when he's not even a youth. Now you are comparing him to Seyi Tinubu. Seyi Tinubu is he not a son of Tinubu? Of course, he's a daddy's boy, and maybe if his dad mistakenly, but not mistakenly, assume that office, believe it or leave it, that Seyi Tinubu will be given the appointment of maybe the Chief of Justice or even the Minister of Justice or even the Minister of Interior. Believe the thing I'm telling you, because he will go there to run a family business. Then his wife will come and become the Senate President. Already his wife is already a senator, but he will make sure that the wife takes that Senate seat. I know Asuwaju very well. He don't go without his family. That is the people that will cover his charge anytime he made a mistake. That is why in anywhere he's going, any government he's running, he must make sure that the family is there. He's a senator and the wife is also a senator. However, when called to react to the situation, the chief spokesperson for the APC Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, rose in Bello's defense. He will, saying it was obvious many people did not understand the effort Bello had put into the campaign. Defend what is defenseless. What is not defendable, you defend them. Sand for that matter. Sand my foot. Keyamo explained that Bello's absence from most of the rallies did not connote apathy. He told Punch that I spoke with Yahaya Bello yesterday, and I can say he's one of the best strategic planners we have. With what he has said now, by the time he explodes, Nigerians will know. Okay, we are waiting. He has a very strategic department, and he is more than ready for the campaign 100%. We could tell you report that on 9 December that Bello had come out to state the reason why he is yet to be active in the campaign of the APC presidential candidate. The governor told Seyi Tinubu, son of the APC flag bearer, who paid him a visit in Lokoja, the Kogi state capital, that he has since a flag off of Tinubu's presidential campaign being working underground for him. The governor said, I am with Asuwaju Tinubu. I am doing some underground work for the success of Asuwaju as president and the APC, which is why I have not been following the campaign turn up and down. I may not be following Asuwaju up and down, but what I'm doing is far above what the eye can see. Okay, come 2023, we will record a landslide victory. Well, brother, you have collected your own share of the national cake. Go and sit down, Joe. You people just want to mess this man up and collect his money, and everybody will go his way. However, Okutedelus understand that despite coming out to give a reason for his absence at campaign events, some APC stalwarts still think he might just be an unproductive addition to the campaign council. But similarly, just like Keyamo, the director of media and publicity for the Tinubu-Shettima presidential campaign council, Bayo Onanuga, also supported the governor, saying he was due to make an appearance at the APC youth rally in Abuja on Saturday. He told Punch that the media would have to stop making a out of a molehill. Onanuga submitted that your journalists are always looking for negatives. It is not true. Why don't you wait for the youth rally to know if he will be there? That should also clear any doubt about his commitment to Asuwaju's mobilization campaign. Bello is the leader of the youths. Hence, I will implore you to wait for their planned rally in Abuja. People should understand this campaign is driven by so many forces. Yaya Bello being the head does not mean that you will see him everywhere. That is not the way it ought to be run. Okay, Tinubu was spotted in Kaduna some days ago. He was seen again in Niger State yesterday. Yet, there are people doing campaigns for him in many other parts of the country simultaneously. He doesn't have to be in all of them. The youths are being mobilized from all parts of the country. Bello doesn't also need to be seen physically in many of the rallies being organized for youths. You journalists should fathom this before rushing to conclude that someone is not committed to a cause or showing apathy. So that is all we all need to know and we all need to emphasize, and that is the news I brought to our table this very Monday morning. Until I come your way again, my dear people, my listeners and my lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, I still remain your one and only Okutedelus Talk from my own corner, bringing to us this broadcast of mouth-watering and also a lot of wisdom to be extracted from this very broadcast. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you will be notified each time we go live or we post something new on this channel or any other channel that is related with Okutedelus Talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as you can see on the internet. Remain blessed, and may the Almighty Chukwuka meet you at every point of your needs. As you support this channel, you will surely find somebody who will support you at the point of your need. As you support me, somebody will surely support you anytime, any day. Have a nice day, my dear people. Have a nice morning. Onye nwanyị gọziere m ọnụ niile n'afa nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ. That is all I have for all this very day. Remain blessed and remain focused and remain coordinated. Bye for now. Kemesiano.